Bones have been discovered around the Rock Island Campground during the search for Travis Decker earlier this week. The FBI confirmed the discovery this morning, but wants to make it clear those bones need to be further analyzed to figure out if they belong to an animal or a human. Decker is wanted for allegedly killing his 3 daughters at that campground back in June. Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman takes us to the area and shows us when the next search will happen.
Everyone is wondering whether or not these bones do in fact belong to Travis Decker. But the reality is that we don't even know for certain if they're animal or even human remains. And officials say we won't even know for quite some time. Despite that, in the meantime, the Rock Island Campground, the scene of the crime, are back open again. The search for the missing father, Travis Decker, has yielded a possible break. Local and federal officials confirm bones and other items have been found, but it remains unclear if they're connected to the case.
I think in some people's minds, they're thinking that we're going to find a full skeleton, and that's not always the case. And if we were to find one, there's going to be bits and pieces because wildlife does spread remains around, and we'll follow up if this does come back to be something that's positive for our case.
The bones have been sent over to the state lab for testing. The discovery comes as several campgrounds within a quarter-mile of the Rock Island Campground closed Monday and Tuesday. Skilled and trained personnel from several local, state, and federal agencies were a part of the search. That includes the U.S. Marshals, FBI SWAT, Army Criminal Investigation Division, and anthropologists. According to FBI officials, a search of this magnitude was in the works for over a month. We're talking about over 100 people bushwhacking their way through 247 acres of vast and rugged terrain.
So we're happy with what we've accomplished. We know that if we don't locate Travis in the next couple of days, years, that we can hand over information to any incoming investigative team, and there's digital mapping showing what areas we've covered.
At this point, there is no evidence Travis Decker is dead or alive or if he's had any help. Despite the temporary closure, campers and hikers are returning to the popular area.
You know, our hearts definitely are still very tender, you know, this being our home, our community, you know, that we grew up in.
Until they figure out really where the guy is or what really happened. And
yeah, it's absolutely on the forefront of people's thoughts and prayers, still being an unfinished, unresolved situation.
Until Decker is found, officials say family members of Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia and the entire community will not have closure. A 4th search surrounding the Cascades is planned for sometime in September. That's according to Sheriff Mike Morrison. It will lead to more temporary campground closures.
And we understand this is an inconvenience, but as far as I'm concerned, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, we're going to do our best to make sure that justice is brought to them. And a lot of individuals are just going to have to deal with that inconvenience because justice for them is more important than anything right now.
As summer comes to an end, officials are also focused on the classrooms where children will no longer be sitting next to some of their best friends, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, whose hearts are still weighing heavy following this tragedy. Sheriff Mike Morrison says that hunting season is also upon us. He welcomes any break in the case, and still there remains a $20,000 reward for any information that leads to Travis Decker. From Chelan County, I'm Alejandro Guzman.